They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk combos go. We come in, we hit it with the trick shot. Nothing but net. We need that bell, but them haters they gon' still watch. Like I just said, when it comes to combat, you looking at the TikTok. You wanna come into the ring, mess around, go ahead, get tricked out. We got that attitude, they shoot to dominate. We got the table, we filling up all the plates. You press play whenever you wanna taste. We always with the real, baby, you never gave fake. The blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk about they the coldest.
Hey, always what up? And always thank you to Queen for that beautiful music right there. Now, got too much, by the way. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Glow Sun Production gladly brings to you its best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. This is We Talk Combat, where we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment, y'all. I am 1/4 of your host here. I go by the name of Muy Grande Negro Americano. I'm going to introduce the rest of the hosts one by one. We're going to start off with my babe to the right, or to my right, but you're left, I guess, on the screen. No, right on the screen, left, whatever. But she was the queen of the ring at 86, y'all. Welcome, babe. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm about to have my 40th summer next month. And also we got some other interesting stuff to talk about, as well as some Fan Fest information and, a guest. But it's been an interesting week, hasn't it?
Hey, let's talk about it. Next up, we got my bro down there, Final Hugo Boss, rocking the WTC merchandise himself. And that's Travis. How you doing today, bro? How you feeling?
I'm good. Good. Personal life good, but my wrestling week not so good.
We're gonna talk about it. Yeet. Next up, we got Heavy Developmental down there. He's the pro when we deal with Tuesday, Wednesdays, and maybe Thursdays as well. Mr. Green, how you doing today, bro? How does rank?
Just another day living in the hood. Sound like worst keys out here.
I hate you, black man. I hate you. But if you don't know how this show go, y'all, let me break it down for you. We give our highs and lows. After that, we give a little bit of wrestling tea, some news you may not have knew about, or something that just dropped along the way, or we may preview an upcoming show. We also get to questions and comments at the end of the show. So if you're interested in talking to any of us on the panel or someone else, just hit us up with the @WTC in the comments. We'll get to you. We know you're talking to us and not your fellow Glow Yard members. Also, before we move on, follow us on our other channel, We Talk Combat Clips, where I drop all the condensed versions of the show throughout the week. So if you want shorts versions and all, and you like that instead of these long hour and a half, 2 hour versions, definitely go over there, like, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff as well. And do us a favor while you're at it, and I didn't say that, down there by BA's left shoulder is the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell. Hit all of those so that you always in the know when we drop this new around here. I think with all that being said, y'all, we might be able to get to the show. You see, we got somebody else. You saying there's somebody else backstage? We got a guest today again? You saying back-to-back weeks? We may have a guest?
Back to back.
All right, Travis, man. Give him the drum roll. Shout out to our special guest. Hey, it's Cuz in the house. He said he not in the Glow Yard today. He said he actually on the show to give his opinion on this WWE product, so we watch the shit so you don't have to. What up, Cuz? How you feeling today, bro?
I'm good. Glad to be a part of the show.
We appreciate you being
What's going on?
Oh, let me switch him up, give him his correct place and all. Give him his guest spotlight. Right there, hold up, right here in the middle. Right there you go. All right, well, with all that being said, y'all know how we do things. Let's get straight to the highs and the lows. Another week of WWE product, y'all. Let's get to it. Starting up with Monday. Return of the Beast. Brock Lesnar returns and puts a beat in the Obafemi. I think 4 F5s he may have given him. We're going to definitely talk about that and more from Monday night on NXT. What's his name? Why can't I think of it? Saquon Sugar.
Saquon Sugar.
Yeah, for a second. Got guest released from the dark state. They basically throw his ass away. Say, you're done. We're tired of you. Put him through a table. So we're going to talk about that and more as far as NXT. Shout out to Evolve. We had what's her name? Layla. I can't think of her last name right now.
Diggs.
Yeah, later.
Diggs. There you go.
Diggs.
Doing a bunch of special moves, and she defeated what is that? Anna. Her name Anya Rune.
That's good enough. It doesn't matter.
That's good enough.
I think it's Anya Rune though. I think that's her name.
Yeah,
Shout out to
that
Layla.
is it. That is it. Actually,
showing off and all that. But that's for Wednesday with Evolve. We'll talk about that and more. TNA Impact was on Thursday. Mike Santana defended his TNA championship again against Steve Macklin after knocking him out with a kick the last time they faced each other. We'll talk about that and more. Friday Night SmackDown. Trick Mello Gang returned. We got a match between the two, not for the championship, but impromptu match. We'll talk about that and more from SmackDown. This past weekend, well, yesterday, I should say, AAA, man, wow. The showdown between the two El Grandes that stirred down in the brawl that happened to end the show to get ready for, I don't know the name of the show. I ain't gonna lie to y'all right now. I had to look at it to tell you. But shout out to that. We'll talk about that and more. And this weekend, we also had, there you go, a Saturday night main event as well. I'll go down the match card one by one and let you know who took care of business. We had Ethan Page at the beginning, unsuccessful against Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. Logan Paul and Austin Theory also retained their championship against the Street Profits. Brie Bella and Paige retained their tag team championship against the Irresistible Forces. Becky Lynch lost by DQ to Sol Ruca. They also announced a match for Clash in Italy. And then the team of Rhea Ripley, Charlotte, and Alexa Bliss lost to Jade Cargill and the Baddies. So the way we normally do this is we go around the room clockwise. And since, Charles, you are the guest and you are next to me right now, we can go in the right order. So, Cuz, let me start with you first. What were your highs and lows of this week's WWE product, and what was your overall letter grade?
All right, so I'm going to start with Monday Night Raw. What shocked me the most is the whole, Brock Lesnar coming back and giving over the 4 F5s. Like, I definitely didn't expect that to happen. The thing I didn't like, and I think it might have been his decision, is with them being in Greensboro, I was expecting Javon to be televised, but he was on main event before the show. So I wasn't a big fan of that. I definitely thought he was going to be there and he was going to get his big pop, his big ovation like Trick did the week prior, but, he wasn't there. He wasn't televised. As far as NXT, didn't catch that, so moving on to Evolve. I also didn't catch Evolve or TNA, so I'm going to shoot right to Friday. The Trick Mello, the match, it was good. I didn't like the ending. I didn't like the whole Ricky Saints, or as Wade Barrett said, Ricky Starks. He brought up his AEW name. I didn't like him, being in the match, but I did like that. The match before, he came out. Honestly, I almost forgot Rhea Ripley was the champion until I seen her. I'm like, I forgot she's holding the championship. And that Cody and Sammy match, that was a snooze match for me. I wasn't really a big fan of that. Moving on to Saturday, I didn't catch AAA, but I did see that Rey Mysterio got hired as the AAA general manager. I feel like that's a good role for him. I do like how, he do translate the shows in English for people who don't speak Spanish. So overall, I feel like, like I said, that's a good role for him. As far as Saturday night's main event, I expected Ethan Page to win. I'm not a big Ethan Page fan, but I thought he was going to defeat Penta. I was surprised that he lost. I actually thought he was going to win, and then Javon would have been the one to take the title from him. I thought the Street Profits, I kind of thought they was going to win for a second into the end, but I'm not surprised the division came out on top. So, yeah, I know it's pretty brief for me, but I'm going to give this week in wrestling. I'm going to give this week in wrestling, from what I saw, a D pause.
All right, so We're gonna start.
He's catching on.
This is usually how we
Gone
start the
on
show.
already.
He's
With
no.
We usually start the show with hard D's, pause. So we started again with a hard D. Queen Babe, let's go to you. What were your highs and lows this week, WWE product, and what's your overall level grade? That was a good job because
Yeah, he kept it short and sweet. How can you be mad at that? So I try and write notes ahead of time so I can kind of stay on focus. So I'm gonna try and run through stuff quickly. Raw. I was showing it in the watch along. I think we had like I don't even remember how many people watched that when we were doing the watch along live. Because that moment was completely unpredictable. I don't know if it was the writing or it was Brock's choice, but this was an excellent choice. That Obafemi shit was about to get really stale. We're tired of open challenges, and there's really not anybody formidable that we can put against Oba without burying that talent. So this was smart. It's almost like they heard what King was saying, that they needed to see each other later on down the year. So I appreciate him for coming back. Welcome back, Brock. Jacob Fatu getting too much overkill with that. Tired of it. I'm glad they're trying to, do more with that story, but I'm tired. I'm tired for a little bit. I feel like we need a break. Finn and JD had a street fight, and that was cool. I know that they have a lot of history together, so seeing them together was nice. It made me take JD a little bit more seriously, but it makes me have a lot of questions now about what they intend to really do with the Judgment Day because it is starting to unravel, which could be a good thing. I think a lot of those other people can kind of branch off and do their own thing now and not be held back by being in the Judgment Day. So those are really the main things that stuck out to me on Raw. We can move on to NXT. So NXT actually was actually a pretty decent show. Um, so Lizzie and Tatum had a match, and that actually ended up being like a pretty. I really like Lizzie Rain. I actually want to go back and say that I'm starting to think that she might actually do very well when she gets called up. She has the star presence. She has an interesting moveset, and her look is perfect. Like everything works together. It's very harmonious. But that being said, after the match, Zara came out and beasted him out. And this is again where I'd be trying to say is that with that whole Sol Ruka Zarya thing, you're starting to see who the real star was between the two. And it's not even about pitting them against each other, but it's just the reality of the balance of things. That was supposed to be light and dark, a heel and a face. And obviously originally they were friends. So we got to see a natural break apart. But I feel like them calling up Soul before that story really got to play out some more was not good for Soul because Soul does not have really chemistry with anybody else. That seems to just be something that's limiting her as they keep trying to put her against other people, and it just the mic part it just don't be doing it for me. But either way, I fucks with Zarya. I like her. I also saw everybody use Tony D. I hate Tony D. He's lame. We got to see some stuff from Dark Side, and as well as Anya Rune, like you were saying, the girl supposed to be straight out of a manga. She lost. She really needs to polish her character a lot, and I think that she could actually go somewhere with it. But right now, she's going to be a jobber. She doesn't really have the confidence right now, and that's translating through her wrestling. And so they're making it easier just to basically set her up as somebody that's going to be losing for a while. So we'll figure out what's going to go on with her. But then Lola Vice and Kaylani had a match. We know Kaylani, that's Mrs. Hayes or future Mrs. Hayes. And I'm actually really beginning to like Lola Vice and as well as Kaylani. And during the match, I thought that it was smart. It was smart to have Kaylani go after Lola's injured hand. And it showed some good storytelling. So next NXT is actually starting to pick up a little bit for me. So I appreciated that. Moving on, Evolve. Wendy Chu came out, gave her little speech because she is the women's champ right now. So it was really kind of her moment of focus. We got to see some Nikita Lyons, and Nikita Lyons is fucking trash, bro. She's trashler. She got trash selling. She got trash outfit. She damn near blackfishing too. That's a conversation for later on down the line. But it was kind of painful and secondhand embarrassment watching her wrestle. So I was actually glad that she lost because she's sorry as shit. And I can't believe that she's been in developmental for a decade, yo. That's crazy to me. She needs to go do some other shit. I don't want to sound crass or anything, but she might want to just go do OnlyFans or do something that showcases on her body because that's something that she wants to obviously do. She can go do that. We don't need her to be wrestling because she's just a waste of TV time. If she's not going to get her skills together, there's no point having her developmental with all those kids that are learning. She got to go somewhere. She got to take her ass somewhere. But Starboy was on there, and he got a win. We also, saw Aaron Warwick I'm feeling like momentum is starting to be lost with him. He ain't getting as big of pops anymore, and I feel like it's the same thing everybody else is seeing, is that he has a limited move set, and his presence is cool. I love the dime piece, but it's still not polished yet either, so it's kind of coming off kind of weak. I'm gonna see what else they're gonna do with him. Cam Hendricks was there. I'm hoping that they start doing more with him. I saw him when Aisha Speed was doing his WrestleMania training and stuff, and I kind of thought they were going to push more with him, but he seems to be at the point where they're moving away from setting him up as a champion face and possibly probably try and heal or something. They got to do something with him. A lot of the people there are losing momentum because they haven't been called up yet. You can't stay in developmental too long, because at a point it's supposed to be a stepping stone. It's not supposed to be like, the ending for you. You're supposed to move on. So it was all right. Evolve was okay this week for me. I wasn't really a huge fan of it. Now TNA, I'm gonna say was the weakest part of the week for me, and there's two main reasons. Where is Leon Slater? Where the fuck is Leon Slater? He lost his championship and then he just disappeared. And two, Ricky Sosa. I understand that he's got other engagements other in Europe that he's already had set up, but the shit was basically boring as hell. Like, you had Matt Hardy, Broken Matt Hardy, and Vincent. That shit was it was worse than mid. It was definitely bottom shelf. Like, I'm sorry, Matt Hardy. We getting to the point now where we need to start thinking about where your retirement tour is gonna come. Jeff, I still fucks with Jeff, but that shit with him when the handcuffs and them shits opening up was amateur hour. That's what TNA felt like. It felt like straight up fucking amateur hour. And Mike Santana, he sucks. And Starboy, I seen him twice this week. He was just on NXT on Tuesday. He was just on Evolve on Wednesday where he got a win. When I saw him on TNA, I said, "Oh, they just booked this bitch to lose." So he came out, doing his little spiel, like, "Yeah, oh yeah," and I know they did it because he's in Sacramento and he's from there, I think. But yeah, he got booked to lose. Sorry to see it, but that's okay because the SmackDown came and kind of tried to save the day. Trick Mellow Gang. Now, I was expecting this story to take a little bit longer to materialize, but I think that they understood that the gingerbread story is done and we need to start kind of spreading out who is going to be the next rival with Trick. He's got the belt, so people want him. So I thought this was a very smart match. You could tell that all their years of being friends definitely helped. Like, it's funny because it's like they got to act like they don't know each other on the show, but it's like, these guys probably hang out on weekends and time. But it was a good match. I enjoyed it. There was some moments where it was kind of a little stiff, but I think it's also too because you got to remember that Trick and Mello have a size difference. So it was kind of just trying to figure out how to make things work. But Mello, you could tell at some point when Trick was doing a stomp out, he hit Mello in his ear. Mello's ear was red as shit. So then he started doing a slaps to the chest like a receipt. I love to see it because it was like Trick was like, "Yeah, I know I fucked up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you in your shit." He's like, "Well, I got to hit you in your shit now." But overall, I wish they didn't use Ricky Saints to kind of like break that up and mess the whole thing up, but it was what it was. Cody and Sammy, yeah, it was all right. Like, it was watchable. At the end of the day, Sammy's doing his heel thing right now, so this is all just a build up of him being the broken man, okay? Because he's gonna be broken Sammy, I guess, or some shit. I don't know, but I kind of knew the show was gonna be kind of weak this week because they started with Rhea. Whenever they start the show with Rhea, I don't think they understand that for the rest of us, it's like, oh shit, this is about to just be some garbage today. And it kind of was some hot garbage. Lash and Tiff had a match, which it was a good looking match. I will give them that, but I felt like it was purposeless. I appreciate them putting Lash on TV, and this definitely exposes that Lash could be a formidable solo artist, and maybe this can be a little bit of the build of her and Nia Jax maybe splitting up at some point. But I just felt like it was purposeless. And also Blake Monroe, that shit, what the fuck? They've been teasing her since April 20th something. And I thought they were going to maybe bring her out and have her do a match, but they just had her in the fucking hallway talking to Chelsea Green and Tiffany. The fuck was that? Like, and I said, no offense to all the people that love Blake Monroe, but we just watched a bunch of new people come up, and I feel like hers might have been like the weakest weakest response for as much people hype her up online. Now, Ricky Saints, we kind of knew what to expect, is that he was a legend over in NXT and they loved him over there, and that'd be a little rough for him coming up to here because he has to find his place. But Blake Moreau didn't get like really no love. It was just kind of just like, oh, all right, oh, I guess, you know. So, best of luck to you, Blake. Moving on now to Saturday night's main event, though. So I enjoyed Saturday night's main event. Let me start out on that note. I don't want to start on negative. I actually really did actually enjoy it. I felt like the match card ended up actually working. It actually did. At first, it kind of sounded like a bunch of just mumbo jumbo, but there was a lot of highlights from Saturday's main event that weren't just move sets and stuff. There were moments that were just really cool to watch. Starting out, you had the Jade match and all of them. Like, that was really awesome. I thought the outfits of the baddies were great, as well as Jade's, and like it was cool Michael Jackson reference. Like it kind of brought a little entertainment aspect to the situation. I'm sorry that Charlotte's ship was falling down or whatever. Like, but Charlotte is starting to look washed more and more. She had moments where you could tell her knee was fucking with her. You could tell there was moments where she was trying to kind of show off as an equal to Rhea, but she had issues picking up. I believe she had picked up B-Fab, who's the smaller of the two, and I think that Rhea had picked up Michin, and they did like a double move together, and it definitely showed a lot of cracks in Charlotte. And I understand that Charlotte right now is trying to set herself up for legacy. She's trying to put women over, and she's trying to elevate other talent. So I do appreciate that, and that she brings that to the table. So I won't go too hard on her much more, but otherwise the match was all right, and you could tell that Rhea and Jade are starting to find a sweet spot together, and that maybe they can fix this story and make something a little bit more out of it. But a lot of people were discussing, as well as King, that because she won or they won at Saturday main event, that they're probably going to lose in Italy. And I unfortunately do agree that probably is the aspect. So I tried to enjoy the win as I could. Moving on though, Ethan Pinson match was a great match. I like Ethan Page. I'm an Ethan Page fan. And Penta, he's growing on me. He's growing on me. He's definitely the guy I used to make fun of a lot for the botches. He was very botchy. But I think that might have been nerves because now he's very confident and he seems to be like on point. Like I'm starting to see the hype that was behind Penta. So I appreciated it. It was a good match. It was great to watch. I enjoyed it. That Soul Becky match. Now, I did speculate at first that the match was short because they might have went over with the match before Rhea and them, but it was just to set them up in Italy. Like, it was Soul getting to the point where she kind of unwatchable, yo. A lot of people say it's her nerves as well, but I don't seen her botch that Soul Snatcher more than I've seen her execute it properly. Like, and that's not good. And that's just on it, obviously televised events. Like, I can go to episodes and say, okay, she botched it on this. She botched it at Royal Rumble. She botched it at this, that, and the other. She's going to have to get her shit together. And you can tell that Becky is definitely trying to help her out in terms of elevating her as a face. But it's like, Soul, she can't get shit right. She another person where, because her look is so together, you're expecting her wrestling to be together, and she kind of she looks bad for me because Tiffany Stratton and her both have a similar wrestling set in terms of their gymnasts. So they do a lot of movement and movement based attacks. I see Tiffany Stratton execute that her damn not the prettiest moonsault ever, week after week after week. Soul got to get that damn Soul Snatcher right, or she needs to get a new move and make the Soul Snatcher like a secondary move. Because she's known for the Soul Snatcher now, and she can't get that shit to work. How can you be known for a move that you can't get to work? That shit don't make sense, dog. So it's like she got to get that shit together because it made that match basically damn near unwatchable. It really did. It was a bathroom break, but it wasn't even short enough to be a bathroom. It wasn't even long enough to be a proper bathroom break and go make yourself some food type shit. The minute you like blinked, that shit was over. Rightfully so. Now we can get to the big points of the night that we really cared about. Street Profits. Street Profits looked amazing. They looked amazing. They definitely showed you why they were like the tag team leaders for so long. And I'm not even talking about the fact that they went and got their bodies right. Like, I saw Dawkins doing crazy ass flip moves and shit I've never seen him do. And I'm sure he's done them before, but I've never seen him do them at the past 2 years or that we've been doing this, like, or 2 years that I've been back watching wrestling, and a year that we've been doing this show. So it was cool to watch, and Montez looked really good. I really thought Street Profits were gonna win it, and I don't know why I set myself up for that, because we knew it's right now it's the Vision. The Vision is the Vision. But then you saw Braun come out and he damn near killed himself. Like I don't know what to do about Braun. Like he's out here, he's his worst enemy. He keep hurting his damn self. It was crazy. But yeah, it is what it is. Now, I know that there was still like we had the three-way tag match, or was it no, we had the other tag match with Brie Page and Lash Legend and I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I'm sorry. What I started seeing of it, I already didn't care for because I got I got Brie and Paige like too much of them. Like it's too much overexposure for them. I'm kind of tired of seeing Paige now, and she barely been back, and I'm tired of seeing her. So I'm sorry, Lash. I really didn't watch most of that match because I kind of knew that they were gonna have them retain. So I was like, I ain't want to be disappointed. There wasn't gonna be a shock there for me. So starting main event, I do still feel like was a better show because most of the matches were very watchable and had some awesome spots. And that this might have been one of the better Saturday main events that they've had. And that's surprising because if you look at the card, there isn't really a whole lot of there isn't really major stars on it. You don't have a Cody on it. You don't have a Randy on it. You don't have a Seth on it. It was actually a card of all mid carders, and it was actually very good, very watchable. So moving on to my favorite show of the week, Triple I. And I'm about to just wrap it up quickly because I know that I've gone over like way too long. So Rey Mysterio, he's a GM. That's cool. Savio Vega was doing translating. He was all right. It was cool. This was only, and I had 2 matches though. So I was surprised by that because AAA usually has 3 matches generally, but they only had 2. And the first one, it could have been forgettable. Sorry, Laredo Kid and Ray Phoenix. Ray really should have won that. It had really good spots, but it was the whole second half of the show that had you fucking locked in. So, as we all know, next week is Mascara contra Mascara, so mask versus mask, and everything's been the buildup of that. And obviously, there's been stuff happening outside of wrestling that kind of played into AAA, and this is where the moments where I'd be saying AAA be killing it. Like they be killing it with their writing, their like it's the fact that they don't even have as grand of a stage and a grand of a entrance stage, but they got you locked in the whole time. So they had Los Americanos Hermanos versus Los Americanos. It was a no DQ. It was only submission or pinfall. So that match was going on for a while. They went over time because they were just going at it, and it was great. Everybody looked great. Ryo Bravo looked great. Like everyone looked wonderful. Like it was really like if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. I don't want to spoil any of the parts of that part, but it was a good match. But the real best part of the match is that obviously, as you can see on the screen, both of the Americanos came out and they got a no contact, so they're not supposed to touch each other prior to the mask versus mask. So it was like a good minute of them just kind of fucking with each other without actually touching each other, just getting each other's faces and all shit. And as you can see on the screen, Los Americanos OG, Americano OG turns around after he opens his jacket and he's wearing a shirt of bro, girlfriend. I'm not gonna lie to you. I died. I had real tears. I could like, and the fact of watching, Los Americanos, the real Los Americanos, his reaction was like, I could tell it was like a real reaction. And obviously I don't think it might have been real heat, but it was perfect. It played into perfectly the duality of the two. Because the original one was supposed to be, no offense, kind of MAGA coded. He was supposed to be an insult. He didn't know Spanish. He didn't care about Mexican culture. He didn't care about luchador. He was just a wrestler in a luchador mask. Whereas other Americano has embraced the Mexican culture. He said a line that a Mexican is born wherever you want, and that was kind of like a really cool ass line. Like it did play into a lot of things like that we know about, just immigration and being born in the U.S. and them kids being U.S. citizens. But it kind of like told you part of it that Mexican culture is very family, it's very in the heart, and it's very beautiful and celebrated, and the fact that he's embraced it. So watching that duality play out has been a beautiful story. It was awesome. And then they started fighting for a second. So I don't even know what that even means because they're supposed to have a no contact. But they started fighting for a second. The show ended with like everybody coming out and trying to break up the fight. And usually that always seems kind of lame when they do that too much. No, this was perfect. This was like, it looked like real fighting. It didn't look like fake wrestling fighting. Like it might have been real fighting. Now I'm thinking about it, like thinking a little deeper about it, but it was intense. It was awesome. I watched every second of it, like, and then Ray coming out and all that stuff. It was great. At the end, they made a like promotional story about the whole El Grande's story, like both of their stories, like for about probably like 12 minutes. So this didn't end till about 11:15 last night. And it told the whole story of everything, and just it was awesome. Like it was awesome. Like this shows you how well things can be written for wrestling, and that they really do set the bar with the fact of I'm sure they don't get nearly as much funding as NXT probably or Evolve or anything like that, but they do so much with it, and that I cannot wait for next week. I can't wait for next week. Like it's gonna be great. It really is. Now I know I went too far, but goddamn, it was for me. I didn't really think it was a terrible week of wrestling, but I do feel like at the end of the day, I feel like SmackDown actually was one of the weaker shows of the week because Raw started out with Brock Lesnar returning, so it set the stage, and I felt like again TNA was really weak, and I felt like NXT was meh. NXT was just meh. So given all that, I will give it a little bit better of a score than our guest today, and I'll give it a C plus. That AAA pulled this shit up because it was almost a F. And thank you.
All right. Long-winded F. But we got a C minus though, you said. So a D, hard D to start off, a C minus next. We're gonna go with you next, Mr. Green. What were your, I guess, highs and lows of this week WWE product, and what was your letter grade, bro?
All right. Well, we gotta start off with Raw. The whole Samoan bloodline 3.0 at this point. It's cool, but I think most people on the same accord is starting to kind of run its course. So let's hurry up and give Jacob the title. That's kind of what we want to see here moving forward. Hey, we got next week, so it should happen next week. Um, yeah, and just like I guess I'm agreeing with everybody else. We in Greensboro. Where's the crowd guy? Where's the person that literally goes in the crowd to hype it up? And he's from there. Total botch. When it comes to WWE, you make time for him. I don't care what you gotta do. He can. Hey, they have people sit ringside for no apparent reason. Sometimes let them sit ringside. So I have plenty of issues with that. I like Ethan's Page promo though. Very very good promo. That's what Ethan Page is bringing. He's a full flushed out character, and he knows what he's good and what he's not good at. So shout out to Ethan Page on that. Brock coming out, like I said, I don't want to go too far with it. Was it a shock? Absolutely was. Was it needed at the same time? Absolutely it was. Unless you was going to start trying to bring in the Braun Strowmans of the world, the Rybacks of the world, other former beasts that has no chance of coming back to WWE, then this was the logical choice here. So okay, understood. Oba did a great job of selling it. Walked out very slow coming out the ring, took 4 F5. So shout out to Oba as well. And I think that's about it. I'm not gonna go into detail. Raw wasn't the best, but it had its moments. I'm kind of done with the Judgment Day as a whole, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, and Liv's the champion. Forget about that sometimes, most of the time. Let's move forward to NXT. NXT was interesting, man. Hey man, this Mason dude, man, Mason is he's growing on me. Pause. Like I was like yo missing with the fat prototype guy. No disrespect, but he's a fat guy. He knows that. But he's starting to grow on me a little bit. I like what he's doing. I like Cam Hendricks in this situation. Cam Hendricks is the antagonizer to him, and it's working for me. So that's what I was actually pleased to see. I like Cam Hendricks in this role. I like the women and everything like that. So everybody had their moments. But I think that's what stood out mostly for me was that. Yeah, and I like Zarya. I like Zarya taking over. I like Tatum Paxley starting to develop more and more. And everything. So it was good. It was a good showing. I guess I could move forward to Evolve. Evolve was It was interesting. I saw Tate Wilder and Cam go at it. I know Tate lost the day before, so I figured he was gonna get a dub over Cam. So we saw that. Um, I guess Layla Diggs, man, she's very polarizing. People don't like the TikTok version of her. She's very modern when it comes to that, and that's kind of her character. That's kind of what her shtick. But for the younger people, of course, that's what they do. So I'm okay with that. I don't have an issue with that. I don't want to be the get off my lawn guy. So that's that. But she has one of the prettiest moonsaults I've ever seen. Like she slows down in air. It's very difficult to do. And I haven't seen too many people pull it off the way she does it. And when you're doing a basic move like a moonsault, you got to stand out some kind of way. And she's doing that. So shout out to that. So after that, we got whew, TNA. TNA was cool. TNA was I saw the last match, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat to the fans. I saw the last match. I saw Mike Santana and Homeboy. That was a very good match. It wasn't like it was short enough or like that. The false finish at the end was great. It was a great false finish where Homeboy just kind of laid out and everything like that. So that was cool. And then he said, "No, I'm not really out." But the only thing that kind of blew that whole match pause was spin the block. It's just like, yo, that's the way we end these matches is with the he spin and then he does the little twirl, like he tells you, like, yo, I'm about to spin the block. And he does. And that's where I lose interest. Unfortunately, that's his move, so I lose interest at the last second of the match. Um moving forward. Um I guess what else we got here? We got SmackDown after that. SmackDown was SmackDown. I miss me with the Rhea situation, but Rhea is Rhea. Rhea gets her pops and all these other things, so it's like a evil that's just going to be there. Like it's just there, and I just have to just kind of bob my way through that. I like Charlotte though. That's the thing with this situation. I like Charlotte's interactions with her and stuff. Like I like what they're trying to do, and I like where they're going with it. But they went too far, and we will get to that on Saturday. Let's go with the Trick Mello situation. Once again, I wish it was more built up for this. They spoke on things in the past, but the thing with things in the past is if you wasn't watching NXT, you don't know what they're talking about. So I think that they should always kind of do a better job of kind of fast forwarding the thing. So have them have more interactions and stuff like that, and then let's have a fight. It was a great match. I do think it was kind of spoiled a little bit because it was not too much of SmackDown background. Now NXT SmackDown background, and they just kind of wasted a match that they can pretty much do probably 5 to 10 times more. So it's not like they wasted opportunities. They're going to do more. It's just I didn't like the first one. Also, Ricky Saints, let Ricky cook. Ricky is great at this thing. It's just he's kind of getting trying to shoehorn in and not like I said, background. He has to have more segments. He has to establish himself a little bit more, and then we can have it. So it's like something's missing, and I think that's the creative part. They got to get creative down with what they can do, and I think you'll have a tremendous rivalry for the U.S. title. And then like I said, always led by Trick, and hopefully we can carry this on to the next level. So that's the vision. That's the goal. It's going to take us some time to get there. And I guess Cody ended the show. Sammy turned his back on him. We don't care. We don't care that Gunther came out and choked him out or whatever the case. Like we saw that coming. Like you could tell by the time. You're like, hey, Gunther ain't out yet. You know when he's gonna come out. So he came out when he came out. And Cody took advantage of the situation. Shout out to Cody. Cody, that's what Cody's gonna do. Sammy, you keep falling for the same ish all the time. So I don't get the turning your back on Cody. Cody took advantage of the situation. You should still be fighting Gunther because Gunther messed up your spot of beating Cody. Like I just don't understand Sammy. The best part about Sammy is when he's talking to Johnny Gargano week in and week out. I love them. Just put them two in the tag and just let them have fun. I don't care. So with that being said, we're gonna go to Saturday. Saturday was cool. We're gonna start with main event. Um, okay. Saturday's night's mid card main event. That's what they should have called it. They messed up on that. It's okay. I fixed it for you guys. Saturday night's mid card main event. Because if you say that's a mid card main event and not the regular main event, then I'm like, okay, I'm not expecting the superstars to come out. I'm expecting the mid carders to do their thing. That's exactly what they had. So if I knew that headed into it, I'd be great. But they labeled it as what they labeled it as. So it is what it is when it comes to that. I'm not. The matches was good. Too many roll-ups. I'm sorry. Lash losing to a goddamn roll-up. Can we please stop that? She could just literally leg press Tiffany Stratton. I don't need to see that. It bothers me. Nia Jax losing via roll-up. I don't care if Paige was on top and then Brie Bella had the foot on her posterior. Like, what's happening here? This is the biggest woman that we have in WWE. Why is she getting beat via the Almighty roll up? That's like the second best move in history right now for some reason. Exactly. People are losing to the roll up. I don't understand why is this a thing, but it's a thing in WWE led by Triple H. I guess let's keep. That was cool. This is Saturday night's main event, so don't forget that titles rarely change hands. So a lot of people was getting mad and upset that was the situation. Well, it's Saturday night main event. They really don't change titles. It's a rarity. So no titles was changed. That's staying on course. The Street Fighters performed in a hell of a match, man. Man. It's hard not to like the Street Profits. It's hard not to like what they do. It's hard not to like Montez Ford. He is a superstar. Dawkins was okay. I 100% disagree with Queen and saying that he came back in shape. I don't know what shape that is, other than he just lost weight. But it is what it is. Montez looks like he's ready to take the next step, whenever that is. So we'll see when it comes to that. I know. I'm gonna wrap it up. Because people not agreeing with me on the home front. But I'm done. I'm gonna give it a D for the whole week. Gets a D.
Got a lot of D's here so far. Pause. So let me go. We got what? A D, C minus, another D. Let's go to you, Hugo Boss. What's your highs and lows of this week WWE product, and what's your overall letter grade, bro?
All right. First of all, for Monday Night Raw, here we go again. We starting off with Roman Reigns once again. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Roman Reigns and everything, but now I'm getting tired of this bloodline story over and over again. Also with this JD and Finn Balor with these matches and stuff, like this, it does nothing for Finn right now. Like it's cool that Finn is winning, and I can't believe I'm even saying that about Finn Balor. But can Finn do something now that's outside the Judgment Day at least? Getting tired of that. Now, this is the one interesting thing that I liked about Raw. Now I know that some people might thought it was probably phony or corny, but that roll-up pedigree was kind of tough though. I ain't gonna lie. Now me and Moy Grande Americano we know our actual pedigree that we seen somebody actually took and didn't get up, but that's a whole nother story. But I just thought the pedigree was tough. Now for NXT, look, for my co-hosts, all right, you're gonna stop disrespecting Zarya. Her name is no longer Zarya. All right, that is Big Za. All right, Big Za. We saw Big Za coming there. They need to put the North American title on Big Za. Now, what happened to Saquon Sugars? It is messed up that he's laid, on a table beside a whole bunch of sugar. But golly, I think that's Vic's candy probably on the low. Now it was cool seeing Tatum actually, win and everything. I mean, she's kind of growing on me a little bit, so it's not too bad. Now, I'm not really interested in this Shiloh Hill and Tristan Angels match. I mean, that's just that's whatever. Now, it was cool seeing all the women, Kalani, Lola, Kendall, everybody. So that was pretty cool. Now, for Evolve, I'm surprised that nobody really said anything about Evander Holyfield's sons being there. Like I ain't really think he was in wrestling for real. So it was something new to see Elijah Holyfield, sitting in the VIP lounge. I really thought that Cam was going to win this match, really against Tate Wilder. I ain't really expecting him to lose against Tate Wilder. And
real quick, Trent.
yeah,
He was Holyfield. He's been in the Performance Center for the last, I'm gonna say, couple of months now. He's been there, so he's waiting for his time to actually show his skill set. But hell of a specimen, pause. So we just waiting for him to take the next step. But I just wanted to piggyback off of that one thing. You can go ahead. You can rock that.
This is my first time seeing him.
Yeah. He's been on like the IG, like the websites and stuff like that. He's been behind the stage in a sense, trying to wait for his moment, and we're gonna see what he does once he gets it.
All right, so it was cool. Now that contract signing, it was just, I feel like it was basically no good, because I feel like Aaron is going to win the title back anyway. I ain't got to losing it, so that's what it is. Now for TNA, look, they pretty much know that botched camera angle that I basically seen Jeff Hardy uncuffed himself from the ring post, do whatever he got on, to do whatever that character is, in Moro, Enzo, whatever it is. I don't understand that.
Nero,
De Niro, I don't care. But where's my guy Ricky Sosa, the only Ricky on this show that I will acknowledge? He needs to get whatever he got going overseas. It needs to come to an end. Like, it needs to come to an end as soon as possible. Like, you're missed on TNA. Now, I thought the last match was pretty cool with Mike Santana. Now, I know I've been getting on him hard on this show, pause, about, the frog splashes and everything, but he must have pressed wide too many times and, been working on it. So his comeback movement pretty clean so far. So that's been impressed me so far. But he ruined it once, he started flattening that arm and he's spinning the block. So I pretty much did off it. But for SmackDown, that was okay. It was okay. Now they need to hurry up and break up Tama and Solo. Tama needs to go ahead and do his thing, bring him away for his brother, and let his brother be the muscle to Solo. Even though it was good seeing Solo getting a win, a decent win, against Damian Priest. I felt like he hasn't won a match in a while. That was cool. Now, we had a good match between Trick and Melo. And that tan dude, I don't know who's watching the show right now. It might be kids watching the show, but I'm going to just say that tan dude, Ricky Saints, he had to come out and ruin a perfectly good match. Perfectly good match. Just his presence. But I'm glad that Melo got up in the backstage, snuffing and hit him in the jaw and everything. So that was pretty cool. Now, I'm tired of seeing Cody now, this Cody story. And I'm tired of seeing Gunther just coming out and attacking him every week. Like, we just need to hurry get the match and get this thing over with. I hope they don't run this back. Now I'm gonna wait to say that when we talk about Clash, but it's just a whole bunch of repeats now. But Saturday night's main event, the big disappointment. Hey, bro, down. Before I say that though, I just want everybody to remember, if you want to remember this date or yesterday's date, this may be the last time in a while we may see the Street Profits on a PLE, 1, and 2, them in the main event. So I just want everybody to remember this date and enjoy the good match that they had, but we may not see this for a while. But anyway, bro, can you do me now? You know what the fatal match are for, right? Can you do that on the screen real quick? Thank you very much. Thank you. So anyway, I felt like this whole PLE just deserved right on AEW. Now, it does concern me that Jay did win, but I feel like now just the grants for everybody else. I think she's gonna lose in Italy. Now, I thought that Ethan Page was gonna get the dub. Now, bro, I will say this. You know how you talk about Soul and the setting up for the Soul Snatcher, the waiting around and everything. I'm starting to feel the same way about Penta and that springboard, the Mexican destroyer. Like this, it don't feel like he's waiting as much, but now when I see it, and then when I see Soul doing the same thing, it's kind of like noticing to me a little bit. So Anyway, yeah, but anyway, felt like it's all noticeable. Now I felt like too, like also that match between Soul and Becky was just so unnecessary. Like, why would you have them wrestle on Saturday's main event if you're going to run it back in Italy? You could have just totally put something totally in that place at that match, and then you could have totally had that match either on Raw or whatever, and then set it up for for Italy. But it's just a damn shame. But anyway, the highlight of the week, AAA. Look, I like the fact that Ray is now the GM. Now I do have a question though. Does this mean that Ray is officially retiring? Like, is Ray not gonna wrestle no more? But this is good because I think Cuz said and everybody said is that he's bridging the gap between Mexican and non-Mexican people, and translating the show and everything like that. But I would never thought in a while that you would see Rey Mysterio and The Undertaker working together. So, hey, that's kind of new. Now, I did think that Rey was going to win the match and become the new Latin American champion, but I did like the ending though. Like, I couldn't deny the ending though. Like, Laredo Kid, he played it perfectly for us. But now the last thing, I enjoyed the street fight. The street fight was there. The street fight was good. Like, it came to a point like we know we wasn't gonna have a winner because even with the Americanos coming out, you knew that one was going to interfere with the other. So I like the way the end of it played out. I like the whole shirt thing. I actually said wow myself, when I seen it when he unzipped the jacket. But I knew that this is gonna set the way it was. And like I'm gonna remind the people, that wasn't Americano that got arrested. That was Ludwig Kaiser. Those are two totally different people, all right? So I don't know why everybody worried about, Americano, he's gonna get in trouble and anything like that. He good. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm waiting for him to get this match out the way. And now he can fight Dom for the mega championship and actually become the mega champion. So hopefully that Ray that is now the GM, hopefully this segues Americano, not the OG, but the other Americano, segue to a match with Dom for the AAA championship. But overall though, with AAA being the savior, because I was giving probably less than what I did, but I'm gonna, kind of agreeing with almost everybody, and I'm gonna give it a D-. Pause.
All right, so we got a lot of D's here. Pause. We got one C and a D-. So I guess it's up to me to say today, huh? I'm gonna wait and get my opinion at the end. Let's start off with Raw. Y'all said a lot of stuff. For some reason, this week I felt like I saw damn near everything, but I don't remember a lot. I don't know why. I was sitting there like, damn, that happened. But yeah, Roman Reigns. I don't.
Hold up. I'm sorry. Like, we had the recap show too, and I kind of felt the same way.
Bro, I'm like,
we had a whole recap show, and I still felt the same way.
Like,
go ahead, bro.
Yeah, because these stories don't. They all blend in because you don't know what's start and what's stop, and it's just every week. Oh, we're gonna get this again. I'm like, is that this week? Was that last week? Did it happen? It's just the same thing. And I'm not even trying to be like a negative Nancy, man, but when it's the same thing, it is boring. There's no need to watch it. This was a throwaway week. We went in the Saturday nice main event, which I would talk about as well, but that wasn't necessary either. It was good wrestling and all that. But as far as story-wise, this whole week was unnecessary. You could have just took this week, left from last week, from after Backlash, and jumped to this week right here about to happen, and everything would have been perfectly fine for you to catch up on. But Raw was fine. Brock and Oba, they had to make Superman mortal. I've been yelling that for a while. I think this in the long run would be great for Oba. I'm starting to think they might let Oba win again, though. I know that's crazy to say out there, and I don't know if that's the best move, but I think the people will be forcing WWE to do some stupid stuff sometimes, and I think they might run it back again when they let them win it again. But we'll see. Either way, that was a good moment. Like I say, Bloodline, I'm about done with them. Roman Reigns can take another leave of absence again. Just get about the Jacob 5-2 at this point. Get that over with. I'm gonna keep it moving. NXT. Zarya, only thing I'm gonna really I guess talk about Zarya or Big Zai, as you say, Travis. Sorry. she needs to. I don't like her going for the North American Championship. I don't think she needs the North American Championship. I think she should have been going straight for the women's. Like, she's been there for forever. It's not like a stepping stone moment. I think she should have just went straight from what's her name, Sol Ruka, and Sol Ruka never got the NXT Championship. So I'd have been something where going past her, and then I'm going to get that. That would have been my only gripe with that one. Where's Keanu Carver? I don't know what happened.
He had a match.
He had a match.
I don't remember him saying who he go against.
Yeah, he had a match against Tate Wilder.
Tate Wilder kicked his ass.
You're right. He did kick his ass. That's probably why I didn't remember. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, shout out to you. Right, he did return. I think Queen or somebody in the comments said something about it, what was happening. But shout out to him. Keep it moving. Evolve. Layla Diggs, like you said, great moonsault, great scissors kick as well. I don't know how she ain't actually kicking people with that scissors kick the way she used that one. Like, she don't use her leg. It's not like a scissors leg. It's a scissors kick. Like, she literally catch you with the foot and say, bang. I'm like, damn, she kicked the hell out of her. But that's Evolve. I mean, I leave that more for like Mr. Green and all that to talk about. It's a lot. It's a lot to stay with Evolve. And these guys, I mean, I like them, but I like more of the NXT crowd. That's too intimate for me. I would like to see an Evolve match in real life, like be at that arena and all that, but it's too much. It's too difficult to catch what people going to be from this unless they like superstars. I feel like they got to still grind and develop. This is the beginning of their development. It's cool to watch at times. Like, I think Layla Diggs can be somebody if they actually let her be somebody, because I think she could be a great heel. She's athletic. We need a black heel right now that's on that level, especially that, because Jade is more of the dominant side. We need somebody to actually go out there and like do some moves and all that. That's cool. And I don't know what they're doing with Kalani, so we'll talk about that when we get to that. We'll get to that point. But TNA, only things I really remember, like you said, Matt Hardy and them in the beginning, which I don't want to remember, made me lose interest in the show. But I actually sat down with Queen and watched the rest of the show. Main event was actually pretty good. I just felt like it was the wrong outcome. I don't think Mike Santana needed to have this long, ridiculous reign, bro. Like, I don't. And then after he had lost it, the night after he won it, basically, or the first show, and then it gave right back to Steve Macklin got knocked out and all. You should have gave him the belt. This was his chance. You should have gave him that belt and let him go out there and do it. But they didn't. I don't know who's going to beat. I don't even know who will beat Mike Santana right now. I can't even look at TNA and be like, you know what? That's the guy that's going to beat Mike Santana in the future. I have no freaking clue. None. SmackDown. Yeah, I don't like open challenges. That's trash. Tiffany Stratton has lost all her aura. She still get the chairs and all, from the blonde girls in the audience and all blonde women. Well, that's fine. But her aura is gone. They just have nothing to do with her. It's good to see Lash Legend come out there as far as that open challenge, but she lost from a roll up. You should have just let her win. You should have really let her be dominant. She should have been the U.S. champion and the tag team champion. She had to be the world champion yet, or the main champion, but let her have that would have been like, okay, she's dominant. We know what's about to happen or whatever. I'd have been fine with that, but they didn't decide to go that path. If that was the case, you could have introduced Blake Monroe, but then you let Blake Monroe be in the background with Chelsea Green, and she got no pop at all. I keep telling folks, shout out to Bobby and Kai and all of them. I say, y'all see that AEW stuff, and I know everybody want to be AEW, WWE. It's not the same. Your character does not work the same in here and there. It's not the same type of wrestling. And Blake Monroe, I tried to let people know before it even happened, and she still might be awesome. I don't know. But her NXT run was underwhelming. And I kept trying to tell people that. It was like, no, don't pay attention to that. I'm like, no, her NXT run was underwhelming. So if that's happening right now, she's going to dominate the NXT brand. When she go to the main roster, it may not be that great. But we'll see as far as that. What else? Trick and Mello, awesome performance. Like BA said, I wish they would add more. But I think this is throwaway. I think they just, because folks keep asking about it, I think they're like, hey, give you Trick and Mello. I don't think this is their story yet. This is not their real, like them two story yet. I think we're gonna get Ricky Saints involved, which the interactions with Trick, Mello, and Ricky will bring Ricky up. Sorry to Ilya Dragunov. You really probably need to give him the screen, Travis, after his disappearance, after Brock Lesnar destroyed him and all that stuff and didn't, sell his moves and all. Ricky Saints took his spot basically in this rivalry, and I'm all for it. So let them do that. Ricky Saints get his TV time. He'll be fine and all. I didn't like the ending. I know they wanted to protect both of them. Triple H in that 50-50 booking. Let Trick get rolled up for a 4 count or whatever like that to get up in the trick shot. Protect the trick shot 1, 2, 3. it was a good time, though. These guys, I wouldn't mind truthfully seeing Trick and Mello have like a undercut, like, so I don't want them to be a tag team, but I want them to have a tag team run, if that makes sense. Like I want them to like, okay, we cool and all that, the tag team division, kind of like the way R-Truth and Damian Priest is right now, where they kind of just like an impromptu, hey, we just got together, had kind of the same beef. We just became a tag team, ran it, did that while we do our things, and then leave out and we beef or whatever afterwards, because that's probably going to lead to beef as well. But I thought that was cool. Who cares about Cody Rhodes? Get the championship off of Cody Rhodes. Sorry, Cody, if you're watching the show, bro, you got it. You can get the championship off of you and then go battle CM Punk without the championship. I think that'll make your character much better if you battle him and make a storyline without the championship where you can actually go through. Because I don't think you really had a storyline like thing really not for the championship since the beginning of you returning, which was still to build for you to get to the championship. So you got to find a way to not compete for the championship. Same thing with Rhea Ripley. Again, I want to throw this out there. People up and down throughout Twitter and everywhere else would destroy Jade Cargill and take it personally and go and all that. And everybody yelling, well, she don't have the competition. What's up with everybody else? And what are we missing here? It's not Jade Cargill. And they would call all type of stuff and disrespect her and all that stuff. Well, what's up with Rhea Ripley? This is now her back-to-back, her last 2 championship reigns she's been trashed for. And I'm not even like trying to call her out for it. I'm just like booking and all. It's ridiculous. So for her, if you want to call it what it is, Rhea Ripley reign is trash, I would get a belt back to Jade. That's neither here nor there. Get about the Gunther. Sami Zayn, what are you doing? You going to attack? You bad? You whatever? It's cool. I'm interested in Sami Zayn. Altogether, though, I thought SmackDown was boring, though. I thought this should have been the main event of SmackDown, Trick and Mello. It was impromptu. They threw it together, had it happen in the middle of the show, and they just left it alone when that's actually something that people really wanted to see. So I thought they messed up with that, but let's move it along. I'm going to go to AAA first. I only had 2 matches, Laredo Kid and Ray Phoenix. What are you doing, Ray Phoenix, man? They got to get out of there. You might have to go back to AEW or something, but that's crazy. They just won't let you win, bro. You can't even beat AAA dudes. This is ugly. But it was a good match. I really don't care about it. We won't remember that in a while unless they give him the title eventually. Let's get to this point right here, the main event, and even beyond the main event. This bro, this is old school wrestling. This is old school. We hate each other. I don't even think they hate each other in real life. But in that wrestling ring, looking at them the way they interact with each other, you would think they hate each other. This is awesome. This is old school. He wore the shirt right after it happened, brought it up. Like, that's attitude era type stuff when you like, bro, damn, he talked about that. You're not supposed to talk about that and all. And it was just the heat and all. More people got to watch AAA, man. Like, I know they laugh at it because it's on Raw and all and SmackDown. It's not the same. When you see it there, it's not the same tension, not the same energy that this crowd gives this and all that stuff. This is one of the best things on WWE right now. And I don't care what anybody say. I will, stand on a hill or whatever I got to for this. Like, this is one of the best, if not the best storyline going on right now in WWE. And shout out for them holding it down. I can't wait for that match next week. And I think a bunch of people are going to turn in. I think if that match, especially is going to be on YouTube free and all that stuff, they're going to break over 1 million with this viewing and all that stuff. People want to watch this. Shout out to Ludwig and all that, getting this stuff together. But Saturday night main event, like BA said, should be Saturday night mid event or mid card. Great wrestling match. I always think that with WWE. I mean, it's wrestling. It's wrestling in 2026. Everybody damn near can wrestle. It is, except unless you're Nikita Lyons, but everybody can wrestle. And that's fine to see. So I knew it was going to be a good performance. This reminded me more of like an AEW type of event and all that stuff. But no storyline really leading into this as much, and nothing coming from this. It was just good wrestling entertainment. I heard somebody say, I think it was Santos and Sanchez, I think their names are. It's sort of 2 Hispanic guys. I can't remember. I think Santos, I think his name is. He was saying that if this PLE became a mid-card event, that would be pretty cool. And I think that's actually what it should become, and it sucks though at the same token, because it's kind of like, damn, why can't our Raw and SmackDowns be good anymore? It's because, damn, we got to wait for Saturday night main event to get a good Raw and SmackDown. Basically, like, that's the mid card, the one in between. So I thought, like I said, it was a decent show, but I won't remember this. Going from last Saturday night main event, what I thought was probably the best Saturday night's main event ever, to this one, good wrestling, but just not memorable. Street Profits didn't win. They didn't turn Montez heel, so I guess they're going to continue the story with Seth Rollins, which is fine with that. Irresistible Forces, please get them the title back, breaking them up, or just get the titles off of Bree and Paige. Nobody wants to see them, but I know they know when they get the titles off them, that's probably done. It's probably like AJ Lee. Once they lose the titles, you probably won't be seeing them again, which is okay. So I understand. Becky and Soul, I don't know how to feel about that. We can move forward. They're just trying to build Soul. We'll see if they move. I'm not even sure they can give Soul the title next week. I think they're still thinking about it, and I wouldn't. I don't know. We'll see. The 6-woman match was incredible as well. Better than a lot of people thought. B-Fab not a wrestler. I'm not gonna lie. I will call out Maxine Dupree as well when she doesn't do it. But B-Fab's way better on the mic than what's her name? Maxine Dupree is, but B-Fab should be a manager or a talking piece. It should be. She shouldn't be a wrestler. I'm sorry, B-Fab. As of now, Meechin showed off, and Jay got the victory, which means she's probably gonna lose, but that is what it is. And overall, I'm gonna give this week. I'm gonna give it a D as well, y'all. Yeah, SmackDown was trash. I'm usually great for SmackDown. SmackDown was boring other than Trick and Mello. So I'm just gonna give it a D. I'm gonna go with a D. Damn, a lot of D's here. Pause. But Travis, before we move on, before we move on, y'all, I forgot to say this. If you're interested in watching this type of stuff with us, you can actually in our Discord. I did do the watch along schedule. We do watch along parties on Discord and here on YouTube. So throughout the week, you want to come and interact with us and watch these shows with us, come on over here, talk with us, let us know how you feel. But Mondays we watch Raw, Tuesdays NXT, Wednesdays Evolve, Thursdays is TNA, Fridays SmackDown. We show all PLEs on Saturdays and Sundays as well, and we show AAAs on Saturday evenings as well. So come on over here, talk to your boys and girl, and have fun with us. But Travis, now,
yes, sir.
What were our highs and lows brought to the people by?
The merch.
Yes, sir. Yeah, shout out to the merch, y'all. Shout out to the merch that Charles has on. Shout out to the merch that Travis has on. Shout out to the merch Mr. Green got on. Y'all better stop disrespecting with his. Look at him. Got a special guest beside him and all showing off. Look at her grabbing the merch. She like, I know it's merch time. Look at that's what I'm talking about. The Nation of Domination one though. That's fire. But if you're interested in any of these shirts, y'all, please look into the description of the channel or of this video. We have all the links in there for the different ones. You do not have to. But if you do, we appreciate you helping the show out. I know we're kind of long-winded today because it's been a lot of stuff going on. It's a busy week. We actually got more news for you guys, actually. So let's get to some wrestling too. Another PLE, jeez. It seemed like it just go away to get another one. So Clash in Italy. We got 5 matches confirmed so far. They major matches, but they rematches. Roman Reigns will be defending his world championship against Jacob Fatu. Cody Rhodes actually going to, I believe, main event this show for the first time with Roman Reigns around against Gunther for his undisputed championship. Rhea Ripley is going to defend her women's undefeated championship against Jade Cargill. And what's her name? Becky Lynch going to defend her Intercontinental Championship against Sol Ruka in the first hour. And they run in the first hour back again with Brock Lesnar and Obafemi. So that's 5 so far. Do any of y'all think they're gonna add any more matches? And what's your prediction so far? And what do you think the overall card is going to be like? Anybody?
I think
it's a snooze in Italy for me.
She said snooze in Italy. Jeez.
I honestly think.
But you know what though?
Yeah, it's a snooze in Italy. Like basically, I'm gonna stay away from Oba.
You know what? You know what's crazy? I know y'all know how you been say you think you know Cody main event and Clash of Italy. But I don't think it's because of Cody.
You think it's because of Gunther?
I think it's because of Gunther.
Because Gunther gonna win?
Maybe.
I'm hoping both of them change hands. I'm hoping damn near every title on his card change hands.
I'm thinking this because he's well, I know he's not from Italy, but he's the foreign guy. So
yeah, you're right. He's from over. So yeah, go ahead, cuz I know he's about to say something too.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I think Oba and Brock. I think that's the only standout match of that whole card. To be honest.
How long does Oba and Brock go this time?
It should go longer, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say go longer than the last time, definitely.
We get 10 minutes this time? Everybody said, you said 10 minutes too?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
No, they're going double.
So 8 minutes.
There you go.
But it's nobody has this match going over 10 minutes. Do you?
No.
Damn. So hold
No,
on.
and I wonder if in that little square, there's rumors that they might put Julie on the card because she's Italian Japanese, born in Britain. So they think that they might find a way to put her on the card in that little section. That's what the rumors are, anyways.
But they might. So y'all think Ruka and Becky gonna be a long ass match?
10 minutes. 10,
Yeah,
15.
I do because
I'm saying
was just short.
If they both 10, that's only 20
Was that
minutes.
might be
40 40 minutes of ads and entrances.
Yes, for yes, the ads ain't gonna stop.
I know, but golly, we gonna get 40 minutes of that. Y'all saying between the two?
I think the last two matches. Well, let's just say the Roman match and the Cody match. I think that's going to be 20-minute matches.
Okay,
for sure.
So we're going back to that ESPN formula with with WrestleMania type formula. You saying?
Yeah.
Any more matches? Queen said she thinks Julie gonna be in there. Y'all think it's 5 or we gonna get 7 this time?
I think maybe I want to say towards 6, but I see one space open, so I feel like one more thing is going to go in there.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
saying
just thinking one
they're
more.
probably going to add at least one more match. Yeah.
I think they're gonna put.
So
I think it's 7.
I'm wondering if it's going to be a women's. If they do, though, it'll be even though, at that point.
I think they're gonna do 7. Though.
1, 2, 3.
I think they're gonna do
1,
7.
2, 3 women. All right. Fair enough.
I think they're gonna because they got what? One IC. So Pence just defended his. No US is on here. Yeah, they ship it the women's US. Who is it? Tiffany Stratton. Jeez.
It's Tiffany Stratton.
I'm gonna see. I'm trying to. I don't know if they're going. They had Trick on the front. They might put Trick, Carmelo, and Ricky Saints on there as well.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna have 7 though. I think they're gonna do a 7-card event. I don't think it's the end.
I think it's 6 in Danhausen.
You think Danhausen? You said 6 and Danhausen? You saying so 7,
Yeah.
including Danhausen?
6 matches.
Oh yeah, they did
Either a 7th match or a extra segment.
Danhausen segment or whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be a segment with Dan.
Yeah, because remember he's cooking up a wrestler, so
Yeah, the Baron
and I think
Corbin
it's gonna have to
thing.
do
So that
something
might
with
be
the
one.
gingerbread suit.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think this. I hope it's not the only matches, but bro, these could be some hard. These should be some hard hitting matches though. Like this card,
it's not a bad lineup.
It's a dumb card right here. It's about if you give them time and all to actually do their thing. This is like a legendary card.
Bunch of rematches.
So I don't know. Again, I think it's going to be good as far as the wrestling. Like the wrestling going to be damn near A+ as far as the event. But what do we get as far as the outcomes, as far as the endings? We're gonna get roll up. We're gonna get cheap endings. You feel me? 50-50 bookings. He's gonna be afraid to just let people win. Like that's gonna be it takes it to the next level, and we'll see.
Yeah. So what's the next PLE after Clash of Italy? I think I asked you that yesterday.
Night of Champions, I think.
Yeah.
Night of Champions.
And
yeah.
then Night of Champions.
Okay, yeah, that makes
we'll have
sense.
another
So I
Saturday
think they're
night
gonna do
event
something
until
weird
July,
then.
I don't think.
Okay, so all June. Yeah, because they have the Fan Fest thing too in June. So that's basically counting. It's like a house show.
I hope they add 2 more matches. I'm not gonna lie. If there's just these 5, I'm not mad. But damn, you could do more though. But and it's earlier, right? Clash of Sunday at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. or something.
Is
No,
that 2?
like 12. Is it 2? Because I thought it was at 12.
It's 2. It's
I think
2
it's
here.
Super early.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll be fine with that. But all right, let's move on. I had one more piece of stuff I had to delete real quick because I put the AEW on the screen. Where are we at with the Fan Fest? I think this is it right here. All right. Lastly, as you probably know, WWE, well, TKO, well, UFC, I should say. Let me start that way. UFC and the White House are having a UFC Freedom 250 event, as you probably know, which is happening around the president's birthday, which is on June 12th, I believe. So they had TKO being the...
Oh, his birthday is the day after mine. It's that Sunday.
Oh, it's the 14th. Okay, I thought it was BA's birthday, but it's the 14th. Okay,
It's the day after
it's
my
your bros.
birthday.
It's your bro's birthday. That's what it is. You're right.
Yep, it's my brother's
so
birthday.
that's the day of the event. You're right. It's on his birthday, the Sunday. Damn, that's crazy. But they're having this event. TKO, as you know, is the parent company of both UFC and the WWE. So as we see, to get the Fan Fest popping, which is a free event, they've added some WWE stars here, and some of these WWE stars have been loud against, let's say, some of the MAGA ways. So, and a lot of them, especially what Chelsea Green, I think, literally came out and said that she will stand for what she got to stand for, but it's her job, meaning that somebody told her that she had to go. And Charlotte Flair said she didn't find out until the day of the event happened, and she was on Twitter and was like, "Damn, I got to go there and do this." So, how do you guys feel about that, as far as these wrestlers being here, one, and two, when they're not even having a, I guess, decision in doing this, knowing that this is, I know it's an event, it's a UFC event, but it's a political event.
Yeah, they know who they're in bed with at the end of the day. Like, we watch this product, but we know at the end of the day what TK is about, and UFC and Dana White. We know all of that. So it's one of the moments where it's like, yeah, you're gonna have to do a lot of stuff that is part of your job and maybe not necessarily part of your own political opinions. So that being said, you know that there's only one black person on the card, and that's because he's our record holder right now. He's our champ right now. Like, so I feel like Trick was like he had to go because he got a belt. Like, the other people, you know, like the Usos, I feel like, so this is how I feel like a lot of it is. I feel like a lot of people probably don't have a lot of deep political opinions, and that's why they're so kind of blah about it and looking at it like it's their job. But at the same time, though, you got to understand that they're trying to pivot the way that whole sports thing is looked at in general. So it's just one of the situations where it's like,
Chelsea's been loud about it. I'll let you know that Chelsea's been loud about it. Like, Chelsea. So here's my thing. It looks like
she made a statement. It looks like they put job thing.
They put the left on Saturday and the right on Sunday. That's what it looks like to me. The day the event is the Sunday. They got people that look like they'd be at the event there on Sunday, and they got people that look like they won't go to the event there on Saturday.
Yes. Is at the end of the day, this was because they didn't want it to just be UFC. They wanted to find a way to integrate this. They were talking about it months ago. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't believe in our current leadership and all that stuff, but I do live close to the area and I want the opportunity to be able to meet Trick. So
this is absolutely free. This is hostile territory, and myself and Queen will be there getting video footage, y'all. Don't worry about it. And I'm gonna say the Trick.
Yeah, on my birthday.
Trick, I know you don't want to. Early birthday, happy birthday to Queen, but we're gonna be there. I'm like, Trick, I know you don't want to be here.
You know, just
not how I expected to spend my 40th, but this will be interesting nonetheless. I'm interested.
Didn't you say something earlier about
$1 million,
like Tony Khan and $1 million to Trump and all that stuff? Do you think this plays a part with it?
Not with Tony Khan.
Absolutely.
This TKO. TKO
no,
owns
not
WWE
Tony Khan,
UFC.
but what's his face? Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
You know, Travis TKO is the owner of UFC and WWE.
Yeah, that's why they said the Dana White.
So that's why they both.
They're trying. That's why they did the Riyadh deal, and we're doing this stuff in Saudi.
They own.
That's part
TKO
of it.
TKO owns 51% of WWE, so they're the majority owner of WWE, and they own 49%, I believe, of UFC. So that's how it works.
Yeah,
and
I see what you said. Yeah.
Tony Khan, that's a whole different thing. I didn't even talk about that. Yeah. That's shout out to the TV as far as Mick Foley going over to AEW, even though the Khan family is $1 million supporter of MAGA as well. Mick Foley, if you don't know, hopefully watch the show. Mick Foley, if you didn't know that,
too, because Mick Foley, why you open your
Mick
fucking
Foley,
mouth?
if you don't know that, AEW, Tony Khan, like his dad and them gave $1 million. Mick, so you gotta know your history before you talk on it, bro. You feel me?
Like, the fuck was the point of that? Like, he made it out like he was so righteous and shit. That's what I hate. Like, no offense, I hate when Caucasian people do that because they do that a lot. Well, they say, well, I'm righteous and I'm standing on this side of history. I'm like, bitch, that's still the same history. And they're like, oh, I just didn't know. Well, why didn't you know? You knew so much about the other shit.
Make sure y'all definitely here for June 13th, though. Like I said, the wish Queen a happy birthday. 1, but the 2, make sure y'all get this. It's only an hour and a half, so we're gonna get down there early. We're gonna check it out, get y'all some video footage and all that stuff. I mean, I heard it was some shooting down there by the White House and all now. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, but it was the same guy that shot there before us, so I'm trying to figure out.
Even if it is, it's still gunshots. I don't give a hell what it is.
It's
still the same guy shooting. If the Fan Fest happened at the White House,
Well, he
So
in jail again. That's what I'm like.
If somebody else do it though, that's what I'm saying. Like it seemed to be a whole bunch of shooting happening around. It ain't about just that guy. It's just shooting
Yeah, I
happening
know.
around president.
I just said that yesterday. You are right. So wish us protection, and if you down there as well, if you down there, say what's up to us. Maybe we'll come ask you a question and get you in a video. We're gonna try and make a video itself compilation of the event, and as we said, we're gonna have our mics and stuff like that. So definitely come through either way. Just to let y'all know that we do not support the UFC and all that.
And again,
stuff.
guys, I will yell again. Yell again to you guys.
A free fucking event.
I will yell at you again. You see right here? It's a free ticketed event. Go down if you want to meet any of these WWE superstars. Go get yourself a free ticket and go spend your time to meet these people. Whatever you want to do. You don't got to be there for any of that stuff. It's absolutely free. So yes. But with all that being said, BA, you didn't really say nothing about Mr. Green, but you can tell the people what were our wrestling tea or whatever brought to the people about.
It's from the merch.
Look at Travis shaking his head. Travis, help him out, Travis.
It's by the good people at Fanatics.
Thank you, sir.
This I Was Told segment is brought to folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem them in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
So if you don't want to be like Mr. Green, definitely check out Fanatics link or the QR code on your screen for any apparel.
Don't worry, Mr. Green, I got your back. Pause.
WWE merchandise or anything at all. We got sports merchandise and all that. But the end of the show, let me see, it's just Queen talking. No, we got a comment in here. So let's get to the questions and comments and we can call it afternoon, y'all. Let's do it. Happy holidays to everybody else as well in advance.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
Shout out to True Classics. All right, let's see it now. So we got Corey in the house. What up, Corey? He says, I agree. Saturday Night Main Event had good matches, but not memorable because there are no storylines. Facts, bro. Facts. He says, I think Roman going to win and Jacob joins the bloodline. Let me spin this to you, Corey. And I think I said this to BA before. What would you think of the Usos turning on Roman and Jacob Fatu becoming the leader of the bloodline with them behind them? And then Roman Reigns leaves for a minute because he can leave, do his little time away, and Fatu's now the leader of the bloodline now. Like, I think that might be the twist that's going on. I really think both of the heavyweight championships might change on this card. I'm like 60% there that both of them going to change. He also says maybe Trick and Mello. I think they would do a triple threat with that one. I don't think straight Trick and Mello with them having that match. Because I think Trick may be going wrestling. Y'all definitely can chime in too. It ain't just me. But Trick definitely, I think Trick gonna probably wrestle Ricky Saints this Friday because he wrestled Mello, which would then get Ricky involved in that and then have a triple threat match at Clash, maybe. We'll see. And lastly, he said, y'all know Triple GPT only booked 5 matches on the feed. I know, man. I know. That's what I'm hoping. Damn, bro. Can we get any more? I know, Corey, bro. That's why I was like, damn, is it just going to be them 5, man? But it could be. But appreciate you so much, Corey. Appreciate our guest, Charles, in the household. Thank you, cuz.
I appreciate
so much. Yes, sir. If you are new to the channel, do us a favor, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell, everything there, so you're notified when we drop this hotness. We do it every weekend. Give you a review show. We also do recap shows, and not recap shows. Sometimes we do recap shows at the episodes when BA mad and he want to talk about something on myself. But we also do watch alongs throughout the week for all WWE products. So if you're interested, again, please come over and watch stuff with us. Have fun. We're not weirdos over here. We do say pause a bunch, but we're not weirdos, I promise you. But other than that, thank you, I should say, to our guest again, Charles. I would say about the rest of the stuff, but first and foremost, I'm gonna leave the floor out to you, cuz you can say whatever you want. You can plug yourself or what you may be into. You can, just say thank you for the show or whatever, or you can just say good day, whatever you want. The floor is yours, cuz.
I just want to say again, I appreciate y'all for having me. I love what y'all got going on. Much success to y'all, and that's it. That's all I got.
We appreciate you, cuz you've been supporting since day one, man. You were day one of Real Talk, so thank you, man. You the first one that had the shirt. So the first shirt, the first We Talk Combat shirt is your shirt right there that you have on, bro. So I want you to know that, cuz thank you so much.
Sir.
Also, if you don't know about Glow Sun Production, we have some other shows as well. Well, first and foremost, our sister channel, Get Off the Damn Fence with BA and the 695 crew, Larry and Calvin. They talk about everything in pop culture, but mainly sports. They have shows every Wednesday evening. That's my guys right there, Heavy Developmental. I'm gonna start letting him plug his shows, because he also on Cuz We Geek with Rel, Big J, and Will over there talking about geek culture and movies and television every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning. I got it there. Look at that. I ain't no hiccups there, BA. Getting better, bro. Getting better. We also have It's Playoff Time. It's getting hot. Captain Crown, myself, and Rel. We talk about all things NBA old school and new school over there, y'all. So if you're interested in any of these channels, go over to the channel, search it up on YouTube, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. We drop content throughout the week for you guys. Independent, black, everything. You don't got to be black to watch this, but just know that we black doing this. Other than that,
damn near every day.
Every day. Other than that, I think, is there anything else anybody else want to say before I end the show?
We will be doing new verification over in our Discord. So if you're a subscriber, you do have access to watch PLEs and all the weekly shows, but we need you to connect your YouTube account that is subscribed to this channel to your Discord account, or you will be kicked out. Then we'll be setting up new verification on the Clash of Italy. So be prepared for that if you don't already have it linked, because we know that's when we have the majority of people in there.
And shout out to LeBron James. He asked us why we do this. It's because we're basically giving you a service for free, guys. We just do this. We ask that you help us out as far as the subscriber count, so that we can help get to our next goals, and you get to watch stuff for free, basically. So that seems like a fair trade-off to me. You feel me? Like, I mean,
yeah, help me help you.
We know what the app costs and all that stuff, so it is what it is. But we appreciate everybody that's been rocking with the show, that's been, subscribing and all. The numbers have been increasing like drastically. Like, we pay attention to all of this, and we thank you guys so much. Lastly, next week we will have another special guest. Look at Captain Crown doing crazy stuff for y'all all the time. Actually, no, it's not next week. I'm sorry. It's in 2 weeks, actually, not this coming week, but the following week. It's June the 7th. We'll get something in order and all. I got to get a drop and all that for this guy, but our guy Wrestle Chop. If you watch Wrestle Chop in the IWC online and all, he just got the 20,000 subscribers recently, gave away another belt. It's not a toy, it's a replica, as he always says. Shout out to Wrestle Chops. He said he'll be on the show, so you'll be seeing him in 2 weeks. We'll be putting out the promotion and all that stuff probably next week after the next show, just to get you ready for that one. But that's awesome for Wrestle Chops to join us. But other than that, y'all, this is We Talk Combat. You already know we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. We are the best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. Shout out to our Spotify and podcast listeners. And yeah, we'll be back next week. I guess same wrestling time, same wrestling channel. I'm Muy Grande. That's Charles. Chemo Queen is over there. Hugo Boss Travis is beneath me, and Mr. Green is over there in the right corner. We appreciate y'all being here, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.